is up, guys? BloodZelos, and welcome back to the Duo Let's Build. This is episode 8. Now, before we get started, I always have it before we get started, I do want to apologize for last episode. It was not the best video I've ever uploaded. I admit to that. And because we're on a schedule here, I didn't have time to go back. It was really important to me that I kept to the schedule, so I didn't have time to go back and try and improve it. So last episode was not the best thing I've ever uploaded. So today, we're gonna make up for that. We're gonna get a lot done. It's gonna be a beautiful episode, I hope. That being said, this is the Duo Let's Build, and everything is unpredictable. Who knows what's gonna happen, right? So, before we get started with the time here, let's just look at what Andy's done. He got a whole lot done here on the front, and he's got some ideas going here. What I decided I'm gonna do today is I'm actually gonna go work on this part down here because he has a plan for this building, and I'm gonna be honest, I have zero clue what he is doing. And I'm just gonna break these blocks. I'm not actually counting the time yet, but I've decided that I'm allowed to break these blocks. Because I don't know what I want to do for the roof yet. I might let him start that, because again, he has some plan for this whole section, and I don't know, this is new to me. I don't know what he wants to do with this, and I don't want to get in the way of it because Andy is an amazing builder, and I'm going to let him do what he's going to do over there. So, we're going to work on this section over here and start laying out other parts of the house. What we have going on over here, though, is I'm assuming this is going to be some kind of stairway. I don't really know what this is going to be, but I'm not going to touch it again. I don't know. It looks like some sort of stairway, though. And this is probably going to be a balcony, but yeah, we're going to let him do what he's going to do over there. There is no point getting in the way of that. So we're going to come over here and we're going to figure out what we can do in this area. So that's the plan for today. So without further ado, let me tab away and start our timer. And it looks like it's going, so we are good to go. 7.5 minutes. Let's see what we can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab, this is snow here, so we use polished diorite right there. We might need to actually switch all of this. So what is polished diorite? Diorite is, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get that again. Diorite, no, this is snow. Diorite is this right here. So this is, looks like 1-4. So we're gonna have to replace snow with 1-4, because I think we kind of need some of that. So let's go ahead and do that first. Hopefully this doesn't replace the whole pool. Okay, so that should have, oh, it didn't do anything. Replace snow with 1-4. Ah, because this is a snow block. We'll just replace 80. Replace 80 with 1-4. That should get it done. There we go. Beautiful. That's exactly what was supposed to happen. And now what we can do, because I want this to kind of match, right? So let's just bring this across first, right here. Just get the shapes flowing. Here's where I feel a little bit more comfortable because I do modern building like this. I'm not used to what that was, and that's partly why I've been kind of a mess when I try and work on that. But this is my home turf right here, these kind of modern builds. So we're just gonna let the shapes flow with us, and we're gonna get something done today. So let's go ahead and put a block right about there, right? Because we have one space there, so we have one here. That looks good. We'll bring that up, and then over here we can get rid of this, change that back into the diorite as well. Never built with this, so it's a little bit new to me. Let's get rid of this block here. I was gonna come back to this pool at some point and make changes to it, because there was a plan for this at some point, but that's going to be our lovely overhanging pool there. And when we get into like the detailing phase, we'll come back to that and do some naturalizing. But we got that going on. I really want to lay out the rest of this house, so let's go ahead and we'll get some of our 1-4. Well, let's see. If the house is going to come up here, we could actually maybe put this in line right here, and we could probably get a nice shape for the entire house. The question is, which block do we want to use? I'm saying this middle block here is probably going to be our guiding line here for the end of the house. So we're gonna come up to the ear and we're just gonna throw it down there, so we got a way to look at it. So it looks like it's gonna need to go right there. That should be the middle. That is gonna be one block off. So we're gonna put that right there, and that should be in line right there too. So technically this is the square corner of the house, not including that room, I believe. So we can go ahead and we can leave that there. That's just a marker for now. This house is on a lot of different layers, so it's going to kind of be a mess to see what we're doing. But we'll go ahead and we'll bring this frame out this way, like this. Come down and maybe just bring it to right about here. We can do some with that. And what I like about this is, again, this is just like a completely random build. It really doesn't matter. I want to get rid of this here. I think what we're going to end up having there is maybe we'll bring this up even higher. So let's mark that. That was right there. We'll bring this up even higher. And we'll do the same over here. Why am I lagging? What the heck? This computer is not supposed to be lagging. And I can't exactly pause the video, so now we're gonna bring that across right about here. Okay, and then we can break this down. This is gonna be a very large modern house, obviously. So I'm thinking in here we're gonna have some balcony. Actually, the balcony will probably start up here. So we're gonna have this big space right here, and I'm thinking we can have like some hanging garden kind of thing coming down there, like some bushes of some sort. I think that would be really cool. So over here, let's go ahead and put another pillar in. We'll put a pillar right here, which I think is gonna be the middle. That should be about the middle. Looks about right. We'll throw a pillar in right there, and then we'll bring this across the bottom, so we're continuing with the shape we've been doing so far. We got that shape going on right there. That looks lovely. Now our options here, we have that pillar up there marking the corner, but that's not necessarily gonna be a part of the house. So we'll have to figure out what's gonna go on there. One of the challenges is gonna be connecting this lower portion of the house to the main part of the house up here where we have all of this going. And that's gonna not really be decided until the roof has been started. Because once the roof is started, then we'll have a better idea of how we can actually connect these two things. But sometimes you really have to step back and you just gotta look at what you're doing, because it's, you know, it's all over the place right now for sure. So what we can do here is we're gonna line out a little bit more. So we're gonna take our diorite, we're gonna do something, we're just gonna go really simply here. Very, very easy. We're just gonna put pillars in the corners. As simple as that. And what this will do for us is give us a little bit of a guideline, because it's really, really easy to take a complicated house and or a simple house and make it complicated. But it can be really hard if you try and start a house really complicated, then it can be kind of a mess getting it back to where you want it to be. So let's put another pillar in line right about here. I don't know what's going on with this lag. I'm sorry about that, but it'll go away someday. So we have a pillar right there. We're gonna go ahead and connect these right here. I think once we get this laid out, it'll be a lot easier to get things going on, because right now the house has just been all over the place. And again, when you have a structure like this, it's not hard at all to just go back and add. I mean, I could turn this into that over there, but it'd be hard to just put a bunch of those everywhere and then try and make them, you know, make any sense, right? So that's kind of what's going on here. That's the idea behind getting all of this stuff done first. Because these can be removed, these can be put back, you know, these are flexible, but they give us a little bit of a frame to work with. So we still got 2 minutes, we're making some progress. Now our options here, we can try and slope it up, kind of like slope the roof up, which I think would be kind of a mess. Or we can maybe throw down a pillar somewhere in here out of the diorite as well. Actually, what we can do here is we'll line it up with that. So that should be about 1, 2, and 3. Actually, it might go right there. So if we're coming in right there, that's the middle, so it'll go right there, yep. Get rid of that. We can line this up. We'll bring this up to the floor, which is right there. Let's just set this. What is this again? This is 1, 4. Do something like that. Okay. And then what we can do is kind of bring the house... Oh, I totally had this picture in my head. I'm not entirely sure where it's gone now. Oh, we're going to put another pillar down here somewhere, because we want space around all of this. We want space around the pool to get things done, but we also want to have our frame in, right? So we'll go ahead and throw that up here, bring this across. And I'm really excited actually for the next episode I get to record after all of this, because that's when we get to take all of this frame and do something with it instead of just kind of having it here. But I'm really liking this. I'm thinking this is gonna look beautiful when it's all done. So we're doing our multiple levels thing. When we first got on the server and we first found a spot to build, first thing Andy said was, it'd be cool to get this house on a bunch of different levels. So that's kind of what we're looking at right here, is levels all over the place. What is this? End stone is gonna be 121. So we can go ahead and put some of that right out here and turn that into the floor again. So we know there's gonna be a floor up here. And that's also gonna be nice, because if we have that going on there, then we can have this really nice kind of, this really nice, what am I trying to say, balcony there overlooking the pool. So slash our set 1, 4. Let's just go around and see if we can't get most of that done here before we run out of time. And then I'll have felt better about this episode. We got something done this episode, whereas last episode, I am completely honest, we did not get a lot done because I was just out of it. I needed to get the video done, I needed to get it out that day, so I hope that this was a little bit better. But now our house is starting to have a little bit of shape. Only 10 seconds left. I guess all I can really do is, we're not gonna touch that. We're gonna put a pillar through there next time, so there's actually gonna be some space. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna look at it off camera. But there is our time. Time is up. We have a frame now coming out of the house, and I'm really liking it. It's starting to have some shape. So, Andy, it's over to you. Keep on working on this beautiful structure you got going here, because I don't know what you're doing, and I don't want to mess it up. So that is your job, and I will keep shaping things out over here. And one day we'll have a beautiful, beautiful building. Also, again, episode 10, guys, assuming we can find time to fit it into the schedule and get our recordings together, episode 10 we're going to do together, so we're both going to build it. That way we'll be able to kind of catch up. And then the next 10 episodes after that, we're going to be on our own again. So, hopefully that's all gonna work out. But thank you for watching today. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, and make sure to check out Andy's channel. His channel is in the description, and his episode will be out on Saturday because this is Wednesday. So thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.